Hi guys, welcome to Be Well Live. This is Mike from Athletics and Recreation at Seneca College, and today is Try It Thursday. So Happy New Year everyone if this is your first time joining in, and welcome back to our returning students. This is our first Try It Thursday of the year. Today I'm going to be giving you a little tip on how to increase shoulder mobility and stability, as well as tips on how this will help reduce tension, as well as the neck area. So it's really important. So exercises that you're going to be doing in your workout, but mostly for daily exercises you can do to help rehab or just to kind of prevent injuries. Okay, so it's ideal even as a warm-up before you do your workout, specifically upper body. Okay, so before I show you a couple of the exercises, just take note that there obviously are different factors that will contribute to shoulder, limited range of motion, tension, neck pain, things like this. So obviously we have muscular imbalances, we have, hey guys, we have stress and anxiety. Those things can make us obviously tense, and especially in the neck area, which is where we kind of tense up. And then as well as, you know, when you're working at home at your desk, especially right now with COVID and being at home, everything we do is virtual, and we're at a desk or at least maybe on a couch with our laptop with poor posture, which is obviously not ideal. So those are obviously a lot of contributing factors to limited range of motion, stiffness, tension in the shoulder and the neck area. And then lastly, another very common contributing factor is compressed nerves. So the nervous system, obviously, very similar to the muscular skeletal system, which is a very connected from head to toe kind of thing. So you can have issues stemming in the hips and even in the feet that can affect up here in the upper body. So there's little tricks you can do that when you get out of bed and you sit up, and if you put your neck down, that can actually sometimes compress the nerves and causing some spasms. Or even pointing the toe up as well. When you do certain stretches, you might feel even more tightness in the hamstrings and the calves, so that will really alert the stress to the nervous system more. So these are all contributing factors to our shoulder and neck kind of imbalances and tension. Okay, so a couple exercises you can do. We're going to start really simple, and this one may seem easy enough, but you be surprised how much this will actually help, so that you don't have any spasms or neck pain, and it's really just doing simple neck tilts. Just kind of relax the rest of the body and kind of go in all directions. So kind of just drop the chin to the chest and just kind of hang there. Don't force it, don't press down on the neck. So you're not going to actually actively press down. Just keep the chin down and then back up, chin to the ceiling. Hold that for a couple seconds and then bring it back to neutral and then to the side. Again, it's not a stretch where you're pulling the head, you're just tilting it. And you're going to tilt it back to neutral and then the other way. You'll feel a little bit of that in the neck, back to neutral. And then you're going to turn the neck as if you're facing, is turning like an owl, I guess, all the way as far as you can go. And holding that, I can feel a little bit of the tension in the lower part of the ear here. This is actually where I get a lot of kind of tension headaches, is under the ear, kind of the temple, ear, back of the neck area from tension headaches. So this actually might help. Turning it all the way to the other way, holding it, and then back slowly to neutral. So this is in no way meant to be an active kind of stretch where you're pulling on your neck and you're doing kind of this kind of thing. Just a simple neck tilts, okay? The next thing that you can do for a warm-up for your shoulders to increase mobility and then help with the nervous system is what we would call, I guess, like a wave. There might be another technical term, but that's kind of how I know it. And really, instead of doing kind of the breakdance wave, if you guys know what that is, really what you're going to do is, I can't fit because I have a crazy long wingspan, but one hand will be, I guess, palm up or supinated, and one hand will be pronated, so palm down. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of like switch like this, if you can kind of see that. So keep the shoulder blades back and kind of you're rotating like a little, I guess, circular wave kind of movement. And this actually really helps loosen up the neck and the shoulder. So instead of doing your common kind of this kind of thing or arm circles that you'll see, ballistic movements a lot of people do during their workouts, instead of doing that ballistic movement, just try that kind of wave. And that really actually helps loosen it up. And this is something you can do at your desk while you're working. You want to stand up, you can do that kind of shoulder wave to loosen up the neck. It doesn't have to necessarily be before your workout. Okay, and then another exercise you can do for reducing neck and shoulder tension is, I guess we can call it a floss. We're going to call it a shoulder floss. So for this one, you can use a band, you can use bed sheets, a towel, something that has a little bit of tension to it, some pull. And what you're going to do is, I guess we can call it a floss, keeping this kind of here. You really want to kind of squeeze the shoulders together, don't let it pull you forward. And you're going to start here and just kind of go above the head. I might hit the ceiling here, behind the neck and hold, and then back. And we're going to do this floss. I'm going to do about 4 or 5 of those. So what's happening is there's actually constant tension throughout that range of motion, as opposed to you doing it just kind of with your arms. There's tension going this way and then the other way as well. So again, you don't have to have a strength band. You can use a t-shirt or anything, a towel, as long as it has a little bit of a stretch to it. And even if it doesn't, it will still be effective for that. Okay? And then lastly, before you begin your workout for upper body, another good shoulder mobility exercise is a good thoracic stretch. So we're going to do a half kneeling stretch, so kind of in a lunge position. Let's start with our left hand on the floor, reach to the ceiling, and then switch so that hand comes down, the other hand reaches. And this is just kind of general mid to upper back, even lower back, thoracic, spine range of motion. Okay, so you'll do a few of these and that'll really help kind of loosen you up. So these are alternatives to a lot of common kind of exercises we see done in the gym, a lot of ballistic arm circles and swings and stuff like this, which is still good for active loosening, but you might even sometimes pull something when you're doing those. So those exercises I showed you are really good for stability, mobility, rotator cuff stabilization, and just kind of the compressed nerves that we sometimes get, and from tension headaches can actually really help with that as well. So thanks for joining today's Try It Thursday. Hope everyone has a good rest of the week. Be well, everyone, and try to get outside and get active. Stay safe. See you guys.